Hey, what's up guys? Stuff here. That was just for the opening segment, was just for those people that have ADHD. You know, they can't wait for anything. So yeah, there you go. That's what it looks like before and after. But actually now we have gone back in a time machine and we're back in time before I ever did anything here. So I have my rail guards, my bumper kit, and my my carbon fiber fender is all going to be installed on my one-wheel GT. So I'm thinking that I probably want to do the bumpers first for no particular reason, but I just feel like I'd rather do them first. I'm going to take off the fender delete first, even though I don't think I have to do that for the bumpers, but we're going to do that first. I do have the instructions that came with it, so I will be referring to them quickly. And this might be the kind of task that, you know, the vast majority of people don't need a how-to video on, but you are surprised at how many things that may seem simple to you or me, people actually like to check out a video on them. So that's why I'm making this. So let me remove these 4 screws that have the fender delete on them. Now I've ridden about 50 miles with the board in this stock configuration, no fender, and I prefer a fender when I ride. I don't like stuff getting thrown all over my legs. If the board would go flying, I don't like having fast spinning rubber near my calves. And why is it? Wow. I just thought to myself, like, why does that feel so tight when I'm trying to loosen the bolt? And the reason is I was turning it the wrong direction. And thanks to the miracle of fast forwarding, we'll be able to speed through sections of this. Fender is now deleted. For real. Okay, so we're going to do the front bumper first. Looks like there's only 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. See that video of the kid that, I guess, according to him, he only was on he was riding on slightly damp roads, supposedly not a very long period of time, and he had some condensation. He noticed some condensation in front of his front headlamp, and he actually opened up the cover to his system board area and saw that there was definitely moisture in there. And I haven't really heard that reported elsewhere, so I'm wondering if he just had a bad seal on his, because there is a rubber gasket that seals the whole thing. But it was kind of surprising to see that he had moisture in his system board area. Not in a good way. Because like yesterday when I was riding on the range test, on the bike path, there was one section of the path that like a sprinkler had overrun. So there was a small section of water that I ran through in the board. Of course I was slightly nervous. I'm like, oh shit, do I have moisture in mine too? I checked, I don't see any, so I think I'm still okay, I think. And we'll just turn it over anyways. And of course, Future Motion has much more professional videos on their site showing how to do this, I believe. All right, wow, that was tough. So now you can obviously tell the difference between the front and the back bumper, but the real quick way to tell is the back bumper is much thinner than the front. So this is actually a little less involved than the fender on the XR. Slap that baby on, longer screws in the front. Now, I mean, they give you brand new screws with Loctite that you could use, but I'm just going to reuse what I got. Still ample Loctite on this, so I'm not real worried about it. It is nice that the fasteners here, it's more robust than the XR. It was so easy to strip out the bolts in the XR. I think I do have a couple stripped out holes actually in my XR. With the GT, that should not be the same kind of problem. You might want to put your wrench lengthwise just to get a little more torque at the end. I mean, you don't need to make them air gun tight. All right, there we go. Front bumper done. That wasn't very hard, was it? So now it looks like on the rear bumper, we have, instead of 4 screws, we have 6. 1, 2, I'm sorry, 2, 4, 6. So I'm guessing that these 4 up here are probably the shorter variety, and the one down here, the 2 down there, are actually the longer variety. That's my guess. Oh, good news, the replacement tire for my XR came in. It's a Hoosier treaded rounded profile tire from Craft and Ride. Just arrived today. I don't know that I'll get that on this weekend or not. Obviously it's not a real high priority item since I have a brand new GT sitting here. These 4 screws are the same length, as expected. I have 2 more videos that I had in mind that I wanted to do with the GT. I'm not sure if I want to do them, try to jam them in this weekend. I've been off the last week, and I would kind of like to just do some relaxing at some point. Which, I mean, of course, riding a one-wheel is relaxing, but then there's all the associated video editing and production that goes on, so that does consume a decent amount of time. Come on. So how long do you think it's going to be till they have float plates out for the GT? I'm guessing not long. All right, these I'm going to tap out again. I think one screw fell. A little blowing out. A little bit of dirt on it from the riding I've done so far. It's interesting. This one just kind of like lays on. Well, all right, there we go. It's just trying to make sure I have everything aligned properly there. That looks good now. So I'm thinking I'm going to do the rail guards next, and then finish with the fender. I'm not sure if that's the recommended order, but that's, for some reason, that's making sense. That's making sense to me. I'm just getting these started. I really need to get a set of star bits of proper size, because working with these keys are kind of a pain. Just giving one more round of snugging. New bumpers are on. All right, let's move on to the rail covers. Now my board, specifically the sides, are a little bit dirty from that wipeout that I had. So I'm gonna use some, I'm gonna make a mess here. I'm gonna use some isopropyl alcohol. Be careful not to get any into your charge plug. That would be bad. You know, by doing this, hopefully you're giving the 3M adhesive a clean surface to mate to, so your rail guards stay on for you. Here they are. Now these are the one things that I don't think came with instructions, but hopefully I can figure this out. Now, just interesting. So yeah, this is a different approach. Like it used to be like you had a separate piece with railguard kits that covered the bottom. With this one, there's a substantially thicker piece of plastic that goes underneath here. And yeah, this is just you just be very, very careful. Peel off your adhesive. Do not press it into place until you are 100% sure. Now there is also, if I can take that off yet. Yeah, there's like, I'll leave that on. There's some protective film on this side as well that I guess you take off once you have your rail guards on. I guess you could leave it on, but I think it would look better with it off. I am never real good at getting double-sided tape started. There we go, come on. Thank God for editing, yeah. Did I mention I'm really bad at getting double-sided tape started? Combination of needing longer nails and maybe just bad technique, I don't know. All right, tape is exposed. Now we carefully line this up. As long as you don't press hard, you can still adjust it. I'm using the hub hole here as my one marker. All right, I'm now pressing hard. So now it will be much more difficult to get off. All right, so let's take this off. Yeah, looks sharp. I'm a fan of orange. I have an orange Toyota Tacoma, and I had a 69 Firebird convertible that was orange. And what else do I have that is orange? I don't know. I like orange. I like orange and green. Those are my primary colors. I'm using my little needle nose to kind of cheat here to grab that edge once I get it started just a little bit with my fingernail. Seems to work better for me. Same deal. Started those holes. Got the charger plug as a second alignment point. Okay. Just try to evenly apply pressure. Peel this off as well. All right, so I'm not gonna torture you to watch this second side because it's gonna be a repeat of this. So I'll be back in a second. All right, we're at the grand finale of the transformation. Exciting, right? The new carbon fiber fender. So the way these go is the extension here that goes in the front, the one wheel logo should go towards the back of the board. And this should be very easy. All 4 screws are identical. And of course I need to drop it. Now it looks like this Yeah, this is going to have to be kind of held down until I get some screws in the front. You have the little, the little cutout for the LED here. Okay, again, I'm just getting them started. And again, they come with brand new bolts if you want them. I'm putting in the ones that are already there. And of course, an important part of any one-wheel project is to make sure your one wheel still turns on after you're done with it. Awesome. Looks good, right? I like it. I like it better than the, I don't know, what's that color that it comes in? Some sort of off green. Although that was kind of the color of my pint as well, but I do like this color. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up. Here's my hands. I would say it took me, what, 15 minutes maybe to do everything? Maybe 20, and that's, with me messing with the camera and stuff, so it's not hard. If you can remove and insert screws, I think you can handle this job pretty easily. But it is a nice way to totally transform the way your wheel looks, and it's easy to do. So if you found this video interesting, please give it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please think about subscribing. If you're going to subscribe, you can always hit the notify bell, which is over there somewhere. Or it might be over there with this direction. Feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below. How you've been liking your GT so far. I've been liking mine. I like it better with 14 PSI instead of 20 PSI. But yeah, it's been all good. I'll get out on it this weekend and hopefully get to do a couple of the other ideas that I have this weekend. We'll see. So that's all I have, guys. Hope you have a great weekend coming up because it is Friday afternoon. And until next time, Duffman out. Okay, now to try to get the after shot. The after shot. Yeah, this is movie magic here. I mean, I'm amazing when it comes to this kind of stuff. You got to film the before and after. You guys let me know how good I did.